A sea breeze. Oh, hello. Well, I see you're not fat and don't have an attitude, so you can't be looking for me.
To quote Paula Cole, where have all the cowboys gone? Well, judging by this story, and it's a bit of a doozy, they're all in Poland. And I love Poland, especially the Polish police women who walk around all hotty and totty and ooh, I would love to ask one of them out for a date and dinner and maybe some other things afterwards. But honestly, folks, I had to re-record this introduction again because I was farting through the first one and I actually wished I had hit the record button in OBS, but guess what? I didn't. So without further ado, folks, before I actually roll on with the intro today, all I have to tell you is this. Some games are not made for everybody, and when other people feel excluded, they want to be included. And when you see this story, oh my God, it will make you sick to the absolute core.
The killer was a tall, short guy, somewhere between 110 and 250 pounds. One eye brown, one blue, and the third one green.
It's good work, Gallagher. I'll make sure there's something a little extra in your paycheck at the end of the week.
Thanks a lot.
For a modern gaming audience.
Help me! Help me! Help me!
Flashing through the sky, he's a go-go guy. Stronger than a train with a so-so brain. He's fearless, careless, a little too careless.
Approved by 1970s Robert Redford.
So courtesy of thatpartplace.com, Soulash 2, I've never actually heard of this game to be honest, refused to cater to the LGBT mob trying to cancel the game. There's nothing to fear from the oppressive mob trying to force their ideology. This is a really interesting story. Now look, at first glance, Soulash isn't the kind of indie game I wouldn't pick up and play, and that is not obviously besmirching Artur Smirowski, the gentleman behind the actual game. And as you go on further, this is really terrible actually. On August the 15th, Smirowski shared an updated titled Married with Children. Am I talking about Al Bundy? I probably am. Love and marriage goes together like a horse and carriage. Boom, 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 boom. So I have two parts of the family feature where you can start your new family in your settlement. Marry someone to move to your town and family and have children with them. Okay, so from what I'm getting, Soulash 2 is a medieval game. So he's settling on those kind of ideologies, those sensibilities. Makes sense, right? So in response to this, a gentleman, or maybe gentle lady called Sabura Impreza questioned Mr. Smirowski about this decision. Hey Artur, thank you for your hard work, because obviously this particular person didn't get involved with the game. They're just a player, right? I'm a queer fan of your game and wanted to ask if same-sex relationships would be possible in future updates. I know other devs like the ones who made Medieval Dynasty said that they considered it too late to put into the game, which is code for we're not interested, because if we get it wrong, you're going to attack us with a bunch of pitchforks. I just wanted to see if it was something on your radar or if it would be safe for you to implement in the future. So first of all, what I don't like about this paragraph, if you're trying to instigate an idea to implement the idea of having same-sex relationships. Now, as I mentioned in my video yesterday regarding Star Wars Outlaws and referencing Mass Effect trilogy, great trilogy that it is, well, apart from number 3, it's a bit wobbly in places, you have the option to engage in same-sex relationships. But thanks to BioWare, you're not forced to do that. You can just take whatever route you want to. He's implemented the idea But then it's like, well, if you think it's safe to put it in the future, please put it in the game. So you're not confident, are you, Mr. Impreza, about that ideology being interwoven into Soulash 2, are you? You're not. Otherwise, you wouldn't be so cautious with your question. So Smiralski said, the main purpose of the family system is to create a legacy through children, and given our limited ways to interact with NPCs, I don't think there's a good way to represent relationships. So I don't plan to expand on that right now. So I like that tactile answer that Mr. Smiralski has given to Saburu. It's like, hey, thanks for getting in touch, but you know what? I'm not bothered with that right now. I don't have any time for it because it means he's got to go back in there, try and encode the NPCs to think a certain way in when certain prompts and commands are given in the game. So I understand that. And you would think by now everything is fine, right? No problem at all.
Hello travelers, today I'm going to show you the basics for the long-awaited update in which you will be able to set up your own families. More specifically, an update called Married with Children and Legacy. In order to start your own family, you must first have a settlement at level 2. You must also have your own family established with a name of your choice. To do this, click on the Settlement tab and click on the option Start Your New Family.
So, what happens as a result? The review bumming starts on Steam. Developer banned me from the Soulash 2 community for asking him to implement same-sex marriage in the same way he implemented heterosexual relationships. Holy shit. Being heterosexual, apparently, ladies and gentlemen, is a crime against humanity. It really is. Now, on Arta's actual Twitter X page, very disappointed in this conversation with roguelike mods where they went mask off because apparently they're now saying the exact thing about Arta. I'm shocked it took so little pressure to crack them and reveal their true colors. I'm leaving it to you to see below alongside the inflammatory title of the Bounding into Comics article about my stance. For those who don't know, there are still 2 heinous posts about me on Reddit roguelikes that gathered significant support in air quotes and were one of the main sources of this review bum and hate campaign alongside Wonderbot's tweet, and I'll get to that in a minute as well. Those who have known me for a long time know my passion for roguelikes, and it saddens me to see fans of traditional roguelikes used as an attack force for a hate-driven political group. I know I won't want to be associated with this group ever again. Now, I can't blow this all up, folks, because when I've tried to do that, the screenshots are actually poorly captured, not the fault of Arta right there. So Arta says, to clarify, the title of the Reddit post is mine. The article has a different title. So la-di-da-di-da, and you got some supporters here. Come on, man, you won. Don't let this situation ruin your mood any further. Yeah, I'm done now. It's time to play some BM, Wukong, good man, and get back to making games tomorrow. I couldn't let them do it again. And that's from the creator of Soulash 2. So Wonderbot, this person right here. So in tandem with that Reddit roguelike post bashing Arta, so he lists the following points. Dev adds marriage and children to his game. Oh no, how terrible. LGBT folks respectfully ask for possible same-sex marriage, which they did. But again, it's like knocking on a door, you open it, the wolf comes in, and then all hell breaks loose. Dev blows a gasket and bans them. Well, did he blow a gasket? He actually gave a very sensible reply. LGBT folks leave a few reviews. Are they reviews? Dev goes full mask off with his hate. Hate to see it, but also good riddance, Arta. So this is what Mr. Smiralski replied with afterwards. My grandparents survived the Nazis. My parents endured communism, because who wants to, right? I had to live through religious oppression since the age of 10. And now some spoiled brats think I'll bend my knee to their rainbow flag, or else they'll type some words. I already have a flag I'm proud of, and it's the badass Polish flag right here. Absolutely. Wonderbot, you do realise the N-word and communists hunted down and killed gay people, right? What's that got to do with Artur Smirowski not wanting to include your stupid ideology in his indie video game? That makes no sense whatsoever. The persecution you and your family faced are real. I don't want to discount that, except your opening lines mentioned that, yeah, they all these atrocious crimes were taking place, which actually, from what I can recall, is true. But again, you're kind of throwing back in his face what he endured and what his grandparents endured, okay? I don't think the generation of today are capable of actually growing a brain cell or two. I don't want to discount that, but don't use that pain to justify discriminating against people who face the exact same persecution. What, the same persecution that you actually ignite yourselves, and then when you don't get your own way, you then start review bumming, as I like to call it, people that don't want to accept your ideology. I find that absolutely hilarious. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, when you visit Wonderbot's Twitter X page, what does it say under his handle? Yep, you're a narcissist, my friend. You're a poison in the chalice. You just stay back and carry on harassing video game developers who won't cater for your nonsensical cult identity. Because let's face it, folks, that LGBT mob are a bunch of cultists out to reform, to reshape humanity like it never existed. Seeing as this post has become a runaway train, I'm going to share some games with legitimately great romance options and or representation, starting with Haven. Oh my god. Yeah, which funny enough actually has a biological woman. I'm going to assume she is. And I assume that is a dude with her. But then again, when you look at artwork these days on a video game, you do really have to question your sanity sometimes, right? Oh, Boyfriend Dungeon. Wow, that's a video game I would love to play. Actually, no, I'd rather actually stick two fingers up my own bottom hole and give myself a an enjoyable experience. Thank you very much. But oh my word, isn't that awful? Like a guy who can't actually make his own type of video game, and hey, you know what? It's got a certain thread running through it, okay? And apparently he gets attacked by morons out there who want to see themselves included. Oh my god, it's just really quite hysterical. I've actually had a few friends asking me if I get any hateful comments on my YouTube channel. I don't, and if I do see them, I just laugh at them and just move on to the next comment. But honestly, in the time I've been here, I've never actually seen any. I've probably seen some rebuttals here and there, or somebody mentioning to me on Monday that my prediction for the Crow remake was short of the $30 million mark that I predicted. It actually came in at 4.6 million. So I'm able to have a laugh and joke with that person, because I was thinking, what are they talking about? Then I realized what it was they're referring to. So no, I can't say I have. And if I ever do, I don't care. I'm just like Brandon Lee. I just brush it off my left shoulder and move on, man, because life is too short to be worried about things like that. But then again, if you're an LGBT activist and you demand certain games have your queer identity in them, then you might want to get yourself checked into a local GP, a doctor, and just tell them what's going on. I mean, in the UK now, right, you can dial 111 in case you have mental health issues. And I guess the LGBT nose ring mafia might come under that umbrella as well. So what more can I say, folks? If you enjoyed this video today, leave a like below, smash that subscribe button, and if I were you, and if you were me, you might want to come back for the next video.
Ever sleep with a bald guy?
Oh, God, no.
Yep.
Thanks, handsome.
Yeah, right.
Rolling down to Dallas, my blues provide my palace. Off to New Orleans or who knows where. Places new and ladies too. I'm BJ McKay and this is my best friend Dan.